Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
There's only one other good play on Minnesota.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
So if you didn't know, it's the Print Factory on a Monday afternoon here, and we were trying to break a record. I don't think we broke the record. 20, almost 25 minutes going before the show starts, Big T. I still don't think that's our record, but honestly, it was just one of those things where we were talking, and then all of a sudden we were like, oh shit, it's been 20 minutes. We should click the go live button. So no record broken, but we were close. I will say that. I think we went 30 minutes one time.
Oh yeah, we've had a few late ones. We've had a few late ones over the years. I don't even know what the record is at this point. I know when we first started Run Pure though, over 5 years ago, one of our things was we'll just do the shows when we do them. Like we don't have like set times. It kind of got away from it. We got strict for a while. Now we're on the other side. We're probably too loose with it. We need to probably rein it in a little bit, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the people that have stuck with us, Tony, I think they just get it. I think they're here. They're waiting. We appreciate you guys waiting.
Jason could have watched half of Office Space while waiting on me.
Good point, Steve. I could have. Is this the man? Our guy John? This guy John. This guy.
200,000, one of the Print Factory's main supporters. Also, that's one of the reasons we were late. I was talking to him on Twitter. He loves the Run Pure community so much. He Venmoed me $300 to give away on the Wednesday show, though, not today. I'm selling it a little bit. The Wednesday show, the Thanksgiving show, there's $100 single entry on Thursday, 50 grand for first on DraftKings, of course, our partner DraftKings. 3 of them. So 3 members. You got to be a member, though. Members, 3 members will win $100 single entry ticket for Thanksgiving. Thanks to John, $200,000 yesterday on the slate. Awesome freaking win. Great dude. He's been around for, I think, since the beginning, if not the beginning, close to the beginning. One of our best members. Just freaking awesome dude. Couldn't be. These are the things I love. We always talk about it. People that are in the community. I don't know what his biggest win was before that. Maybe he had another big win. But $200,000 is a lot of money, more than most have ever won playing fantasy or gambling or anything. Awesome stuff. And even nicer to give back to the community. 3 people, $100. People don't have to do that. And it always happens at Run Pure. People hit a good win and then always give back to the community. Not everyone can enter. I know it sounds crazy, but not everyone can enter $100 single entries. Gives them a chance to win $50,000 on Thanksgiving. What happens when they take that 100 and win 50 grand somehow on Thursday? All of a sudden, you're changing someone's life for a long time just by doing something nice. So great mojo. Love that stuff and love to see him win like that. Awesome team, too, as you pulled it up.
I mean, just look at that winner right there. Jameis Winston, Jahmyr Gibbs, Wilson, Amon-Ra, Wandell, Parker Washington, Hunter Henry. Just an absolute stack. It don't even matter who he had. I don't even know who he had in his flex, but it doesn't even matter. That team is just so nutted. And it is always good, too, to see a guy who, is a good guy. He's always supported the show and stuff like that. And for him to give back is fucking awesome. So congrats to you. Awesome stuff. And he called me Johnny on Twitter when I thanked him and congratulated him. And he's the first person who's called me Johnny that I actually wasn't mad at and said something snarky back to. I just liked it. I was just like, you know what? This man won 200K. You can call me Johnny today. It's fine. So you win 200K. You can call me Johnny. I won't be mad at you. But anything less, no fucking way.
When I win 200K today, I can call you Johnny tomorrow.
If you win 200K, you can call me Johnny tomorrow. Anything less, 199.9? Nope. 200K? Yes. But honestly, sick team.
Awesome. Had Brad's fade on the lineup. Who was the fade?
No, okay, bro, you got this is the
It was
greatest.
not Jahmyr Gibbs.
No, it wasn't. But this is the greatest. Rubio, thank you, Rubio, for creating the anti-play, because nothing is better than listening to Wiley bitch about having to do an anti-play every week because he hates doing it. But Tony, guess who his anti-play was? It wasn't.
He told me it wasn't Gibbs, so it has to be. I mean,
I'll give you a hint.
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. I think he was the first or second touchdown scorer on the entire slate.
I mean, Hunter Henry?
No, Wan'Dale Robinson. Like immediately.
He was owned enough to be anti. I was going to say him, but how can he be owned enough?
I don't know. Saber had him at like 15%.
That's a random anti to still hit. Like, that's quite random. That's powerful anti.
Bro, but do you remember it was like instantly the play where they threw it back to Jameis, the trick play, and he bombs it down the field to Wan'Dale, and that happened like instantly too.
9 for 156 and a touch too. Like, the power of his anti is off the charts.
I'm telling you guys, we got to just start locking. When he says anti, we just got to lock. Don't even think anything about it.
This is what happened too. He was down the page. He had to go even further down to get him.
So it was funny too, because I was like, don't do it, but I could tell he really wanted to say Wan'Dale, and then he's like, is that cheating? And I was like, it's fine, bro. Don't worry.
Be dying.
It's fine. So
you had to make an exception for him to get the anti in there.
His anti was as bad as my low-owned play of the day. My fucking low-owned play of the day sucked. So I gave out Toot as my low-owned play of the day. Tootin'. By Shell Tootin'.
I thought you said 2-2. I was like, Tutu Atwell was your play?
No. I said Toot.
I like Tootin'.
Yeah.
I like them with you. I like that play.
Ah, God, that was bad. But I gave Amon-Ra.
My anti on the other show was in your core.
I gave Amon-Ra as my my play of the day. Like that was it. I felt like that was pretty easy. Who was the dude in my core?
I went on a major rant about my anti being the strongest anti I've had all year on the Millie play, and he was in
my core.
Yeah,
and it's not Tootin' because you said you just liked them.
I like Tootin'. Who's your other running back? Bijan.
Gibbs or Bijan? Because I had
Gibbs in your core too.
So if you guys looked at my DraftKings and FanDuel core, so I had two games that I wanted to stack. I had the Jacoby Brissett stacks and I had the Giants stack. So on FanDuel, I gave the Giants stack because those were the two on my 3-max I was mainly stacking. I gave the Jameis team, right? So on FanDuel, it was Jameis Gibbs. So I said on DraftKings, I'm going to give Bijan Jacoby, right? Just a little different one, stuff like that. So that's a good call though, because he busted too. But I
didn't have many.
They were different.
Fair too. I did not have many good calls yesterday. I had a bad team, Mahomes, and I had a lot of bad takes. That was one of my only good takes. Was the Bijan fade. Atlanta just like I couldn't support Kirk Cousins. And they look good. I mean, they looked honestly decent, better than I thought. I like New Orleans too. I was totally wrong about that game, but I was right about Bijan somehow.
Yeah, no, I was right. I just didn't have the nut lineup that John had. I couldn't.
This lineup right here, it's good texture too. I mean, Jameis with Wan'Dale, and I swear he had I think his flex might have been Theo Johnson for some reason in my head. I thought he had Theo. Maybe it was the other dude that won 30 grand because there was another guy that won 30 in the Discord. Someone had the double stack with Theo Johnson.
No, he had double Henry in the Saints. I just looked at his team. So he had Derrick Henry and Hunter Henry on this team.
Double Henry. I like doing stuff like that, the double
Henry. Yeah. He had double Henry on this team. I mean, look at this screen. I gotta pull it back up here. Look at this screenshot. This man played one team. Look at this. One team, Tony. Boom. $15. Played the 75 in the single entry. Boom. I mean, that's awesome.
He almost got first in the 5 center.
In the 5 center, too.
He won $200 off 5 cents. Is that a better ROI than
I got to say, this has got to be one of the best screenshots I've ever seen. One team.
Did he not? How do you know he didn't have another team?
It looks like it's one team. I don't know.
That's that roster
You
right
put
there.
the same
He might
lineup.
have. I think he might have had more than one team.
It says one entry, bro.
Yeah,
Look.
but that's like showing his roster right there, though. That's how.
John, did you have one entry? Oh, it says one entry. Okay.
This is a stupid conversation, anyways, because
I
I don't
think
care how
it's
many he
one
had.
team.
He still had the nuts. I don't want to take anything away from him. I'm just saying he might have had a few other teams.
I bet he's listening right now. If you're listening,
Yeah.
John, let us know how many teams you played. I just want to know. I'm wondering. I'm interested. Yeah, second in this
That
contest.
part's the most amazing part of the whole screenshot. That's a 5-cent tournament, and he won $200 off 5 cents. Like,
I
that's
like
crazy.
to know this now. I swear I think he plays one team.
I mean, he could. He definitely could. Those screenshots on FanDuel that look like that, sometimes it goes all the way down. Doesn't matter anyways. I literally don't. I don't even want
a crazy screenshot, whether he played 1 or 10 or
$90 and $200,000. It doesn't matter how many teams you friggin' played.
All I'm saying is it says 4 entries for $90.05.
I love that the 5 cent is in there, and it turned into. I just look at that. How many 448,000 people were in that thing?
It turned into $200. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean that guy's got to be kicking himself.
How did someone beat him? What was the other team? I want to know what the other team was. That team was so good.
I bet you the difference. You want to know the difference? I bet you he had someone other than Parker Washington who outscored him, or something like that.
Had to be. I'm curious now. I wish we could see
I'm trying to think. I feel like yesterday there was just so many there wasn't that many guys that just scored a ton. I feel like it was very low scoring. So I'm trying to think.
He had all the guys you needed too. That's what. So it had to be Parker Washington, I guess. I'm just curious. I wonder if anyone has who got first in that thing.
Yeah, because the Parker Washington 15. By the way, I went on a rant with Wiley about. Wiley said that if a 3.2K guy got him 12, he wouldn't play him on a bunch of teams. If I guaranteed him 12. What would you do if I guaranteed you 12 for 3.2K?
These are always arguments that Wiley has that it all depends on the freaking slate. If a lot of guys go off, it's different. But I mean, I would take that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Parker Washington got 15 and was on this winner. You're not telling me you take a Stone Min guy for 12?
That's on FanDuel too.
I know. All right. Well, that's all right. Either way, awesome hit. Congrats, John. Hopefully, maybe he'll come in with the answer as we're talking about it here. I'm going to say one team. Tony, how many teams do you think he played?
I have no idea, but more than one.
You puss. Put a number.
I mean, I have no idea how many teams the dude played.
So guess.
I'd guess if I had to guess how many a normal person plays, probably 5 to 10 teams.
All right, fair enough guess. Also, he's the man. Run Pure logo.
Right here. The team that won had 4 separate players.
Wow.
Jameis Wilson. Who's Wilson?
Well, he needs Gibbs, right?
He's got Gibbs,
Emmanuel.
Right?
Emmanuel.
Oh yeah, Wilson. The second Wilson though? There's 2 Wilsons. Oh, I got you now. The Arizona guy.
Oh, Michael Wilson. Yes.
Wandell JSN. Him. Michael Wilson. So that was
JSN. Okay.
That was who was a little different. I mean, that team is just so good, though. I mean, even the Saints defense was a solid play.
Yeah, that Saints defense was a good play.
Parker Washington at 7%. And the crazy part, too, is his whole team was pretty owned, except for Jameis, obviously. And Jameis was very key. 35 at 2% owned. And Parker Washington was low owned, which he got 15. That's pretty good on FanDuel.
Also, by the way, that game was ridiculous. There were so many weird things that went on in that game. I don't know if you saw them not kicking the field goal at the end, multiple weird play calls where Jameis is ripping them up and they're just running the ball randomly. Dexter Lawrence, them saying he was injured and he wasn't. He was crying on the sideline trying to get in, and there was some odd stuff going on with that. The president tweeting about why the Giants didn't kick the field goal at the end was wild to me. Also, him tweeting about Shador Sanders and being good, and congrats on his first win. That was also pretty funny. Him just randomly tweeting NFL on a Sunday. But Tony,
People were acting like Shador Sanders was like so freaking good.
Did you watch any? Did you watch any Shador?
Yeah, and I wasn't impressed.
Okay. I'm not saying you have to be impressed, but the Cleveland Browns won a football game.
Versus the worst team ever in the history of the universe. Like, that team's we love Baltimore on the Cleveland on the Prem Factory.
Yeah, we did. They were 3.5-point dogs. We were like, yes, please, we'll take
Vegas
that.
is the worst team in football.
Okay, but he still won. We got to give him credit. I don't know if they win that game with Dylan Gabriel. Do they win that game with Dylan Gabriel? I don't know.
The Raiders are done, though. The Raiders were so bad Monday. They're firing everyone. The Raiders are a disaster.
I mean, Geno Smith was flipping off his own fans after the game. So, I mean,
Geno's got a lot of issues.
What are you going to do? All right, whatever. I did think it was funny, the coach's post-game speech where he's like congratulating all the guys that made plays. And then he's like, rookie making his first start. Congrats, Shador. And then just went to everyone else. That made me laugh.
That was an 80-yard touchdown on a screen, and like everyone was there was like so many sarcastic tweets.
Did you see Dylan Gabriel try and throw a screen pass just a week before? Yeah. I'm telling you, we're taking for granted the fact that there are some really, really bad quarterbacks that we get to watch each week that play football, Geno Smith being one. But Dylan Gabriel, I watched 2 Dylan Gabriel games. I think they might be 2 of the worst quarterback games I've ever had to watch. And they were trying to hide him on top of it.
I didn't even like him in college.
I can see why. He's terrible. Like the way you say I can't even say it, but the way you say terrible. That's how bad it is. Your boy JJM, by the way, concussion protocol, Tony.
Yeah.
2.0.
Fake injury number 2 of the year is tough scene. Minnesota's another team that's just a disaster, though. Like, that game was a freebie yesterday.
Yeah, that game was Jordan Addison, 0 fantasy points. Justin Jefferson again. Just stick a fork at him.
Stick a fork in them for sure. We've reached this point of the season where you can start putting some forks out there.
Don't want to win games. We got to be focused on them. Arizona, the Giants. These teams don't want to win. They're going to fumble stuff. Like Jacoby Brissett not spiking the ball at the end of the football game and instead running a play and wasting all that time. There's so many things that happen at the end of these games that it's just like, okay, what's going on here? We could something is going on. The Giants game was definitely one, but that Arizona game was weird too. There's these bad football teams that are gonna really want to start tanking. Got to be careful with them. But anything else from Sunday you wanted to hit on before we hit this game here?
Negative.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to this game. San Francisco and Carolina. Here, San Francisco at home against the Panthers, and 7.5-point favorites right now at home. And it's a nice total too. I think it's sitting around 49.5 or something like that. I'm going to pull it up on DraftKings here in a sec after they verify me. Get my total up. There we go. Yeah, so still sitting at 7.5, 49.5 is the total here in this one, Tony. Panthers, been playing teams tough here. Now they get the 49ers. 49ers defense has been struggling with all the missing guys that they've had. But the offense, Tony, is starting to roll a little bit. They get back George Kittle. He's starting to look better and better. CMC still rolling. Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall both there now. They're starting to get healthy, at least offensively, this team.
Yep, they are definitely getting healthy offense. And San Fran's had some dominant victories this year and some games where you got to shake your head a little bit at them. One thing that sticks out to me, though, with at least the flowchart data I have is, their defense is low-key really, really bad. Like their defense is one of the worst in football, I think, at least from a defense that we normally think of as good and physical. I mean, they really stick out to me for some pretty good matchups from the Carolina side, actually. I mean, the only thing that really San Fran has been decent at is tight end, I guess. And Carolina doesn't really have tight ends that much, so it doesn't really matter all that much. But, I mean, these receivers from Carolina, I think, are a great matchup. McCaffrey's obviously always just a monster. I love showdown slates where the top guy is projected just so much more than everyone else. It kind of makes the whole up and down work nicely.
Yeah, it's honestly in my tight end numbers too, Tony. I still have them like not that good.
No,
So it's not even like it's one of the positions they're better against, but they're still not like that good. They're still like bottom 12 for me from what I'm looking at in my numbers here, and like fantasy points given up to the tight ends, at least through 11 games and stuff like that. But it's definitely a spot where I don't think you can shy away. But yeah, you go through like every spot here, every position. San Francisco, at least defensively, is giving up points. The top 12 are fantasy points allowed to quarterbacks. They're 11th here. Running backs, wide receivers. It's just the whole board. They're not, that great in. I have actually them middling in running back, but I guess that would be it. So, I mean, it's the passing game. And the question is, can Bryce Young, who's coming off like one of his better, I guess, throwing performances, right? Last week he threw for 400 yards? Yeah, 448 passing yards against Atlanta, in Atlanta. And now he goes to San Francisco, to a team that we just said you can kind of attack, Tony. Does that mean you're more interested in the Carolina side, maybe even as bigger, underdogs?
I just think it's super easy. It's why I always love San Francisco games. We always some games lately I've come on and been like, I just don't like these teams. San Fran, I love because you know what they're going to do. McCaffrey's going to crush. Kittle, he's either going to explode or block all game, which you never really know, but he's got upside in this spot, especially against Carolina, who struggled against tight ends. And then Carolina, you have a lot of pieces you can go to with who to take. I mean, some of these flowchart numbers for San Fran defense, like I can even screen share it because it might
screen share it. I'll pull this off if you get it on.
Because it shows like just the dynamics of the. Here we go. So this is like where they finished on the week. So San Fran right here. This is, what am I on? Hold on. Defensive quarterback. So quarterbacks the last 2, 4, 6 weeks. Look at this is like yellow is bad. So 2, 4, 5 top 10. And these are the 2 good games they've had, which are middling. So quarterbacks, they're horrible. Running backs, I mean, look, they were good. This is probably why your numbers are middling, because look at them early in the year. Good against the run. And then look at the last. This is the last stretch.
Last like 5 weeks, they've been getting killed.
Except for whoever they played week 9 somehow. Who'd they play week 9?
They played, hold on.
A team with no running game, probably.
They played the Giants.
Yeah, a team without
much. Didn't Scatterboo get hurt like the week before or something like that? I can't remember, but
that would make sense. Defensive receiver. Like, look at receiver, man. Like, just an absolute, like, I don't know how they might be the worst against receiver in this 7-week stretch. Who'd they play week 7?
They played week 7, Atlanta,
who sometimes struggles to throw the ball. Then
wait,
tight end.
Was that the Kirk Cousins week? No.
It was probably
no. That was Miami. He played the first game. That was Miami.
This is my point about the tight end where I said middling. Like, they got 5 somewhat pretty good performances in there, but the last 2 weeks, first and second, just I think they played McBride, obviously.
Played McBride, and then Matthew Stafford, who is pretty good at getting the ball to the tight end. So
they got a lot of tight ends to throw to too, so it makes sense. And while I got it up though, we can look at Carolina too.
That was actually the week. Didn't like 3 tight ends score on them? Didn't like Davis Allen, Colby Parkinson, and Higbee all score or something like that? Like,
it would make sense.
Yeah,
it would make sense for sure.
Yeah.
So like, look at Carolina's defense. Like, pretty decent lately. I mean, right there, all the red is pretty decent. Quarterback, running back. I mean, 3 of the last 4 weeks, actually all 4 weeks, pretty bad. So, I mean, that's all systems go for McCaffrey, Carolina. And then receiver, I mean, it's not the worst ever. I mean, I would say Carolina's defense is a decent amount better than San Francisco's, just looking at numbers and stuff.
I think it is
tight
better.
end too. They're pretty decent at tight end. I mean, and again, I say all this and say there's a lot of edges in the spot, but it's still San Francisco who can just literally line up and just run it down your throat all freaking night. So it's a different matchup, but I have to like Carolina a little bit in this spot. You can pull the saber back up. I'll shut this.
Yeah. So San Francisco too, one of those teams, they're getting targeted a lot in the passing game to running back. So teams are throwing to the running backs a lot against San Francisco. It looks like, just from what I'm looking at, they've given up the most or second most catches to running backs San Francisco's defense has. So, I mean, Rico Dowdle, maybe a good spot in the run game and in the pass game, Tony. We've seen him get used in the pass game a little bit. He had called that big play to himself, and he's had some other big plays. Maybe it's a Rico Dowdle game here, but yeah, it's definitely also it's got to be CMC has got to be one of the better plays. But that's to your point of San Francisco. I think the harder side to peg is going to be the Carolina side. That's one, by the way, and that means that you can play your favorite 2 or 3 San Francisco guys and then just rotate the Carolina guys more if you want to do that and see if you can get like all the points from that side. The question is, what are we doing at captain? Christian McCaffrey right now, obviously, look at that, 30%, Tony, and I think that's going to be close to accurate. It's crazy that 30% captain ownership. We don't see that a lot. In this day of Showdown and stuff. It's normally just when we get those like stud quarterbacks like Josh Allen sometimes on slates, but CMC I guess is another one of those exceptions where his floor is just so high and obviously his ceiling is massive. So it kind of checks out in this spot. But what are you doing with that 30%? Are you trying to get over? Are you trying to be at the field? What are you doing?
Yeah. I have to be above it, I think. Always with McCaffrey. These are the showdowns I love, though. Like, San Francisco, literally, there's no way I'm playing. I'm not playing the receivers. I think the receivers are way better flex plays. I don't think they go off very often with Ricky P back healthy. Kittle, I mean, you could play Kittle, but I don't even like him in the captain as much. It literally just looks like McCaffrey for me. I love these games, though, where, I mean, this guy's floor without injury is what, 20? I mean, he's just so safe.
Yep.
He's so much upside, too. And I think they just want to keep this defense off the field a little bit and just grind it and just take – I think McCaffrey's an awesome captain play, but I think there's a lot of Carolina guys you can play, seriously. I actually want to run the Sims, too, just to see what the Sims – are looking at, because I like Carolina guys. Tet McMillan, you have to like Tet McMillan. We showed the receivers. And Jaylen Coker, he's running more. He's getting healthier. He's kind of working his way back where we thought preseason, where all the best ball people like you were loving. I don't know if you were. I'm just saying this. Coker, a lot of people like Coker early in the year. I remember seeing all the tweets about it.
We call them cokeheads, and
cokeheads.
I was unfortunately not a coke. I was staying away from the cokehead, but that was because I felt like I missed the boat, not because I necessarily didn't agree with their takes and stuff. I felt like I missed he started like catching the steam, Tony, and I didn't get it before the steam, and he started rising, and I was like, oh, I can't draft too much of him now because everyone's on him, and stuff like that. But what's funny is I've got very little of him, but somehow on my best team on Drafters, which is in like 100th right now, I need Jaylen Coker tonight. He's like one of my like guys that I have on that team that, he's probably lower owned in that top like 100-ish because he hasn't done anything all year, So it's just funny. Like I know I don't have much of him, but like he's just ended up being on a team that is really good. Like the team's got Gibbs, JT combo. It's got George Pickens, Dak Prescott, Jake Ferguson. It's got like all the right pieces, and I just need a little help this week. But he could give me a huge boost if he has a big game. But I do like it. You brought it up, but Tet McMillan ran the most routes, 94% of the routes Tet did last week. Jaylen Coker was second. I think for the first time, he ran 72% of the routes, 36 routes. He outdid Xavier Legette, only 30 routes, 60% of the routes for Xavier Legette. That's huge. Someone asked about Sanders. Is Sanders the tight end? It looks to me like Sanders and Tremble are almost splitting down the middle from what I've seen. They're about 40% of the routes each there. So tight end seems a little bit more of a split. You're a Tremble guy too, but I don't know with Sanders there if you're still a Tremble guy. But it seems like they're splitting that, Tony, which might hurt both of them in a way if they're kind of splitting the work up. But I agree with your take, though. I think there's more Carolina captain plays than there are 49ers. Like, I think the 49ers captain plays are legit Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy.
Yeah, and it sounds good. I guess I could put Brock Purdy in there. I'm not even as enthused about him, even as a guy that usually likes quarterback captain. I just think McCaffrey, I don't know. I don't like Purdy as much, but I do. I love these Carolina guys, maybe even more. Coker has to be my favorite. I don't want to like bury the lead. Usually I sandbag it a little more.
That's crazy.
His price point is crazy, dude. Like for me, he's 6,000 in the captain. It gives me so much flexibility with the roster. 2%. And it's a slate where I definitely want all these studs. I mean, McCaffrey, both quarterbacks, Rico, Tet, Kittle. I want all of these guys. So either it's you play a good captain like McCaffrey, who I would probably choose over anyone.
And if you do that, you're playing a punt probably.
That you're probably going to get zero from or close to zero, which that could easily be the winner. Don't get me wrong. My optimal right now has a zero in it basically, or a really small projection. So I would rather go with Coker. I love Coker tonight. I'm going to bet his ladders. I'm going to bet
there we go. I'm in.
Prop,
yes.
His receiving. Have you seen what his receiving prop is?
I haven't yet. I haven't looked yet, but I haven't bet anything.
29 yards. It's a freebie. Like I'm going all the way up to whatever it is, 100. I haven't looked at it all the way up yet, but I'm going all the way up.
All the way up. I'm with you. I'm going. See, I didn't know if you were doing this because you were trying to be like a team player. JSU needs him tonight. We gotta root on him.
Can do that too. I'm a team
player. But now it feels like we're just locked here. Now we're both on it, and I love it.
One team. You were right. One team. It's a hero. It's a legend.
John, like I said before, Tony tried to interrupt me and said some bullshit about you playing more teams or whatever.
I did not say that.
I knew. I said, this guy, John, I said, this might be one of the greatest screenshots I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of good screenshots. I've seen a lot. I've played DFS now. How long have you been playing DFS, Tony? I don't know. 14
Over 10 years. Sure.
I have no idea. I've been playing this shit long enough. I've seen a lot of good ones. That has to be one of the best. Like that 0.5 or 5 cent one or whatever he posted.
$200.
I still can't believe that. That's fucking insane. That's crazy. But yeah, no, sick screech. That might be the only way it could have been better, Tony, is if he got first in that thing.
It's honestly crazy for me that he didn't get first with that team. It just shows you how many combinations are out there in that thing. Just so many.
Yep. Well, all right. Not to sidetrack, but that was sick. We were talking about it earlier, but yeah, glad you're probably catching up right now. He's probably catching up a little behind on the show. Maybe he's doing the Mangone, listening at like 2x speed or something like that to catch up, get live. But either way, so we agree that San Francisco, very few captains. Carolina, definitely more captains. You said you like Jaylen Coker. He might be your favorite Carolina captain. CMC is definitely your favorite San Francisco captain, but just completely different builds, right? Like normally these builds are with kickers, Tony, where we take like the cheap kicker to get the higher floor on a bunch of other guys. But you like a receiver that much that you think Jaylen Coker can get you what do you think he needs? 18 on this slate? 18
Yeah, I mean,
plus?
he's gonna need in there, but if he can just get in the box, I feel pretty confident with it.
Which he
Get
can
about
definitely do, by the way.
5 for 60 and a touchdown or something, I think is plenty good.
Yeah, I mean, and he can definitely get in the box. That's not.
Yeah, I think it's a great spot.
crazy.
San Francisco's been so bad against slots. He's the I hate when I do stuff like this because I don't actually know he's the slot, but I assume he's the slot. Is he? So make fun of me right now if he's not, because I think he's the slot when I say it.
I just love when you say he's the slot. He's the slot. He plays 66% of his routes in the slot.
Because when I say that, I'm not like a numbers guy, as everyone knows, but I do watch it, and I felt like he was the slot.
He plays the most in the slot of anyone on the team. So yes,
I want the slot against San Francisco. So I think he's.
And that's why. Just to remind people, this is why they traded Adam Thielen. Because what happened was Jaylen Coker was playing pretty much the exact same position Adam Thielen was primarily playing last year when he was doing good. And that's why they felt comfortable trading Adam Thielen, who, let's be honest, had a really good rapport with Bryce Young. Like Adam Thielen did a lot of good things with Bryce Young and Andy Dalton. He looked good last year. Not looking as good this year, but they felt so good about Jaylen Coker taking over that role. Younger guy, a little more athletic, right? A little more explosion. They're like, all right. And then what happens? They trade Adam Thielen and Jaylen Coker gets hurt like a week or two later or something like that. And they're like, are you kidding me? But that's what happened. That's, I think, what gave them the confidence to move on from Adam Thielen and go to this young kid, Jaylen Coker. And it feels like, Tony, he's finally like fully in it. Like he's full go. He's playing a lot now, plays a lot in the slot. It's a good spot. I mean, San Francisco plays a ton of zone defense, but still Bryce Young can move the football. I think you're going to see one or two of these receivers probably have a good game. If, we think San Francisco scores and Bryce Young has to move the ball a little bit. So I'm with you. And it's just a case of who it is. And I like the Coker call. I like it. He's got a better projection than Leggett. Look at that. And Leggett is 3K more or whatever he is, 2K more, whatever the difference is there. So, yeah, it seems like the industry is definitely going to be Coker over Leggett. But it does kind of make sense here. Besides CMC and Coker, who would your next captain be? Would it be Bryce Young? Would it be Tet McMillan, Rico Dowdle? Who would it be?
Tet McMillan for sure. I'm attacking the receivers. Tet, honestly, if I get to the end and I got 40% McCaffrey, 30% Tet, and I'm talking like of my own personal teams, 40 McCaffrey, 30 Tet, 30 Coker, I'm pretty happy with that. I want to attack from the receivers. And again, I haven't been playing 150 teams. So if I was playing 150, I would probably play 6 captains, Bryce Young and Rico in there with them and Kittle. But with me, I think I'm only going to play 3 tonight. McCaffrey, Ted. I could play Bryce. Maybe Bryce is my 4th because I do like the teams where I play Bryce with both of them and kind of just hope they chuck it and put McCaffrey. How much salary do you have left?
I like him as my 3rd. I think
go Bryce, McCaffrey, Tet, and go, man, that's a good bill. You still got 5,200 for your other two spots. I mean, that right there is a good. You might not even need Coker in the captain. I just like the build because I like the studs, but it might not work out.
Yeah, see, that's where I want to live, Tony. Right there.
Yeah.
I love that. You can get,
and it makes it to where you don't have to choose between Coker and Tet too. Not that they're the same player; they're obviously not. Tet's way better, but still.
And if you really wanted to get spicy too, you could take out Tet and play Leggett and add some more salary to it. Like you can do different things.
For whatever reason, I don't like Leggett as much, but I should.
I hate Leggett.
I just don't like him at all. I don't like how he plays. I got to keep him in there though because I love him. I'll tilt my face off if he's the receiver that crushes for Carolina.
This is why, though, I like it because the receiver position is where we want to attack, and I feel good that two of these guys hit the winner. So that's what I want. And I feel good that CMC's hitting the winner. So right there, I've got two receivers and CMC locked into my teams. That's 3 spots already, Tony. And then I've got one quarterback, right? Because like one of Bryce, Purdy, probably Bryce, but one of them at least. So that's a 4th spot right there. So now I only have to fill out the last 2 spots. I already got 4. However you want to shake it, it just makes it easier to build. It's like when you're game stacking it up, it's like add that extra piece, and then you have to only figure out 2 or 3, spots to finish out your team. Like I feel pretty good that, a lot of these guys, or spots are going to hit the winner. It's just a question of which 2 of, 3 or 4 pass catchers and, CMC is going to hit it, whether it's captain or flex. But yeah, I like the Bryce builds a little bit here. And even though I do feel like I'm chasing that 30 burger, but I also feel it's a really good spot for Bryce. So
a great freaking spot for Bryce. Great.
That's a good spot.
I mean, we haven't talked about that part yet, but he's cheap. He's only 9,200. That's on the cheaper range of quarterbacks. I mean, I love George Kittle. Let's face it. I love him. He's 600 more than George Kittle. I mean, I'm all for George Kittle, but I'm taking Bryce Young every single day of the week over Kittle at the same price.
And I'm going to say this too. I bet you this week we see more design stuff to get the ball to Ricky Pearsall. Like last week, you didn't.
You love Ricky P. You got a Ricky. You need to get a jersey.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I think you're going to see more design stuff go to him. Just like, I mean, Kittle gets a lot of design stuff to him. It's a lot of like specific plays that they just know like he's the clear like target and stuff. I think you'll see that with Ricky. I think Ricky's that good. But either way,
more expensive than freaking Juwan Jennings
because he's better than Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, he's also not near full strength. I'll take Juwan Jennings every day.
He ran the exact same amount of routes as Juwan Jennings the first game back.
You can have Ricky P, and I'll take Jennings tonight. That'll be our argument. I'll definitely take Jennings.
It is funny that Tony's out on Ricky P, but I agree with this kind of in a way. Ricky P, Shaheed, hit or miss. Yeah, they're like similar, I think.
Another reason the build that I like makes a lot of sense to me is I think Kittle, Jennings, and Pearsall are the 3 most overpriced guys on the whole slate.
Yeah, they're like the 3 worst plays, right?
I mean, they're still good plays, though. They're not as bad as some of the other ones on these shows we've had. But on this particular slate, like I like Tet way more. I like Bryce way more. I like Rico way more. It's just like weird that I like the Carolina guys more.
I could see you making a rule, though, like no more than one of those 3 on all my teams.
Definitely.
Like that's a
rule. Unless you somehow faded McCaffrey would be the only way I would play more than that. Like if you faded McCaffrey, you should play Purdy with 2 of those guys.
Yes. Definitely. If you fade McCaffrey,
I don't know why you would fade McCaffrey on this slate, but
if you fade McCaffrey, I would take it a step further and play Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson's a decent play anyway, so definitely if you don't play McCaffrey.
But I'm saying if you don't play McCaffrey, I'm definitely playing Brian Robinson. Like no doubt in my mind, I'll be pushing him in most of my teams that don't have CMC. But all right, so flex position, you talked about Kittle, Pearsall, Jennings. You think they're the 3 most overpriced plays.
And Leggett's in there too, Leggett, or however you say his friggin' name.
Yeah.
He's another. He's the workhorse. slate. But
He-
he's also
he's-
going to be single-digit owned.
He's the worst play on the slate, but if you play Bryce Young lineups, do not, like in the captain, do not take him out of your pool because literally they play, 3 receivers.
He's a great showdown play in those builds because no one's going to have him. You can't play him. You can't play him in that price range.
Yeah, and they're just not.
Over 300 teams of just projections and stuff. I get just none of him, just none. So it shows you that it's really hard to get to him.
You're gonna have to bump him or make a rule with Bryce Young caps.
The rule is what I like. What you said. The rule.
Yeah, at least
you
2
got
of
Bryce
those
Young. You play 2, and that includes the tight ends.
If Wiley says anti-play, I'll play Leggett. Yeah, if he says anti-play Leggett, I'm playing Leggett on all my teams. It
can't be a 5% owned guy though.
Well, that's true. That's a good point, actually.
Does he have the anti-play on Showdown too? Do we need to chase him down for his anti?
I think we need to make him do it. Regardless, I think we need to make him do it. I'll give Wiley credit though. His play of the day was Hunter Henry. So
Hunter Henry is a good play too.
Hunter Henry, that shit worked.
And all the cheap tight ends busted pretty much. So
yeah, literally, it was Hunter Henry. He was the winner for the most part in a lot of teams. All right, so Rico Dowdle, we didn't really touch on that much. He's going to be, decently owned when you look at captain here, 13% ish in the captain. It sounds like you're out on him in the captain, but what about in the flex here? What are we doing with old Rico in the flex?
It's hard because I just like him less than the receivers and Bryce Young, but I do like him. I want to sprinkle him in. I want to have a decent amount of him, but the ones I have him, I'm going to have a little bit different of a build where for him to really, really be good, I think they need to be winning in the game or be competitive at least. If San Fran just plays dominant football, I think he has a bad game, and it fits the passing game a lot more, which I like anyways, because that's how I think the game goes, honestly. I think San Francisco plays good, and Carolina plays chase a little bit, and that doesn't really work for Rico, but I still think he's a great play. So it's hard, right? Because what is that? I like McCaffrey more, obviously. I like Bryce Young more, obviously. And then I would have to play Purdy over him too, I think. So if he's your fifth, my fifth guy up top, it just makes it hard. Like it's hard to get to him. But I like him, so I don't know if that even answers anything, but it just makes it hard. Like if he's 50% owned, which I think he'll be in the 40s, I'll have to be under that. I can't be over that.
Yeah, it's just tough because he's been playing so much now. He's been, like Chuba Hubbard's been almost non-existent, and he's been just getting so much of the shares, like 80+% of the, rush share and overall stuff. So like I said, it is a decent spot for running backs in the passing game against a team like San Francisco, second most receptions given up to the running back position San Francisco's defense has allowed. So, yeah, I guess it's just how do you rank those guys? We definitely have the receiver in Tet over them. For me, it would kind of depend on my build because, like, Purdy over Rico, like, maybe if I had a Bryce Young team, maybe I'd rather Rico. Maybe he does it in the passing game and he somehow, gets it done and is on the winner or something like that from there. But CMC is tough because I definitely want CMC. So that's where I struggle with it. But all right, kickers, Tony. Kickers here. We got Gay, we got Fitzgerald. I mean, what are we doing with these kickers?
Like always, we pull up the old game logs where we have Gay has had 2, 4, 6 straight bad games where you're not going to want him. His good game wasn't even when he was with San Francisco. How many games? Is this his first game there? It is. This is
because their kickers have sucked. Yeah. Who did they have before? Pinheiro? I can't remember.
They've had a few guys, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me look at Pinheiro, actually. So Pinheiro had 14 and 12, which, again, I pretty much just throw almost all the kickers in the same bucket. So if he had 14 and 12, I would assume Gay can have that. So maybe he's even a little bit underpriced. But I mean, we got him projected 30% owned. which
Yeah, that's crazy.
feels pretty high for a kicker. I do like Matt Gay, though. Just overall, he's been a solid kicker. And then Fitzgerald had 10.
I think I like
don't
Matt
the
Gay
Carolina.
more than Fitzgerald, but
Yeah, I like Gay way more. And then the defenses, I'm going to be totally off. San Fran's defense doesn't have I think people don't realize how bad this defense is. And they're so injured. They don't have a single double-digit game all freaking year. The Panthers, not much better. I'm fading the defenses totally tonight. I just don't see it. I might fade both kickers too. Like I might just be out on all the specialties. I got to leave Gay in there just because San Fran can score a lot of points.
what do you think, Big T?
Well, it's 2025. Be there. I might be in.
Clip that. Yeah, clip that. Big T loving Gay is oof. He said,
It is what it is. It's a new
I heard
day.
it. I heard it. Amber, I heard it. I'll clip it for you. I'll send it to you. You could laugh later. All right. So we're both out on the kickers, it seems like, or lower on the kickers. The defenses, I'm definitely with you. I mean, if I were to actually play a defense, it'd be the Carolina defense.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I don't get the 3,600 is kind of cheap now that I look at it. I mean, not that I want to play a defense, but that's a cheap price tag for a defense, Tony. 3,600. Yep. I mean, a fluke gets you on the winner. And
the ownership, they're not going to be owned, so that helps too.
Yeah, I think that's my out of all the kickers in defense, if I had to pick a favorite, I think it'd be the Panthers at 3,600. Just take a stab there. Going through the rest of these plays, like Chuba Hubbard, he's like been completely phased out. I'll pull the numbers up on him in a sec. Kendrick Bourne, since Ricky P came back last week, he totally kind of took Bourne's role. Demarcus Robinson actually saw more routes than Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne went to like 11%. Robinson was still at like 40%. So Ricky P in hurt Kendrick Bourne, I think, the most, Tony, and he looks, 3,800 overpriced. If he's only getting, 11% of the routes, then he's out for me.
Yeah, 100% out. And these San Fran games, I'm just not really. I've always been that way with San Francisco. I'm not playing DeMarcus Robinson. I'm not playing Juice. Actually, Juice is only 1,400. I could leave him in my player pool. I don't want him, though. I mean, the problem with these guys, they just don't really give you anything. Luke Farrell, I'm not going to play. I mean, that's why I like San Fran games. I'm just not going to really play a lot of guys. It narrows your player pool a bunch.
No, and I think the best play down here actually is Brian Robinson.
Yeah, 100%.
Brian Robinson has been getting more of the work in the last couple weeks here, and you can kind of like see it just in the numbers when you look through, the 49ers. And in the beginning, he really wasn't getting any work. And all of a sudden, the last couple weeks, you could start to see them start to give him, a drive here and there. And just like last week, Christian McCaffrey gets 70% of the snaps. Brian Robinson gets 30. But Brian Robinson, in those 30%, he had 32% of the rush shares. He had 32% of the rushing attempts. Didn't run a ton of routes. Obviously, that's not his game. Only 4 to Christian McCaffrey's 18. But still, like, that's decent. You know what I mean? And you just never know what can happen. He's cheap. We don't like the San Francisco cheap receivers as much. Brian Robinson makes a lot of sense. Just for instance too, like look at this. So Carolina, on the other hand, when you look at their share, Rico Dowdle last week, 82% of the snaps to Chuba Hubbard's 18, and Chuba Hubbard only got 4 rushing attempts to Rico Dowdle's 19, so only 16% of the rush share for Chuba Hubbard, and only 16% of the routes, Tony. That was actually surprising too. Rico Dowdle got 30 routes, 60% of the running back routes Rico Dowdle did. So the passing game, Rico Dowdle has a hold over the rushing and the passing game. It's almost like the way CMC kind of normally has it, but Brian Robinson actually has a better share than Chuba Hubbard as a backup. So Andy's cheaper on this slate.
And in a better spot, you would say, too.
Yeah.
And he could vulture like Jay Munchichi's saying in there. Because I play McCaffrey every week, so it gets tilting.
You would. I fade him every week.
I just play him literally every week. I just play him because he just crushes. But it's tilting because he'll get you all the way down the field, and then randomly you'll just see Brian Robinson come in inside the 5, and it's like, don't you dare score after all that. And
yeah, because CMC does it all. He gets him down there, and then all of a sudden you're like,
he'll tap out himself too. People that have watched McCaffrey, he'll tap out his bunch. He'll be like, "Come get me," and it's so tilting.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. The dude like goes 1,000% every time he's running, and he's not like a huge guy, so kind of makes sense. Like, need a break. He's probably rooting for Brian Robinson more than anyone. He you know, like he's like, dude, I need a break every now and then. Give me a few breaks. Juice gonna get touches. Yeah, I mean, Juice, he was another guy. I think he had like 12 routes last week. So he ran more routes than Brian Robinson, less than CMC. But what I say, CMC had like 18. So like Juice is still running a decent amount of routes. You know what I mean? It's Juice. Like they're gonna randomly give him a chance to score like a random touchdown, but majority of the time he's scoring like 2, right, Tony?
People always play Juice, and like, believe me, I've watched San Francisco closer than any team the last 10 years. Like, he never gets you double digits. Like, even if he scores, he'll get you like 8. Is that enough? Maybe. I mean, maybe it is.
I don't even want you ranting on this too much because this
is one I always rant on though about Juice.
I know.
It doesn't have the same power when you always say the same. Eventually, maybe he'll score twice. I mean, he could, in theory, score twice at some point. I'm just not playing it though. But he always gets some ownership. Always.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not playing it either. Feels trappy. Last thing is the Carolina tight ends, Tony. Are you playing either of these guys? Or you're
gonna have to leave them in your pool. I mean, they're 2,800 and 2,400. Sanders, Trimble, even the Notre Dame guys, 2K. I mean, these guys, you have to leave them in. Do I like them? No, but if I'm finishing my team with like say I got Bryce Young and then Tet or Coker and then one of these guys. So like those are my 3 Panthers. I'm pretty happy with that build. I don't love the tight ends, but I do love the prices. I mean, when you get down cheap, you got obviously Coker at 4K, Panthers D we talked about, Brian Robinson we talked about. And then it's really just Sanders and Trimble for me, besides just literally throwing a guy in there and just taking my 0, which I do at times. So I don't know. I really like the 4K to 2K range. I mean, that's where I'm going to play one of these guys. I think there's some upside in there. Even Carolina's defense, I think, could get you double digits. So I'm going to live in that range. I would like Sanders the most, obviously, but he's also going to be way higher owned than Trimble. I mean, we got Sanders projected in the 20s and Trimble projected single digits, and I think they're basically the same play, at least to me. They're the same play.
I mean,
Sanders, I would give a slight lean to.
They literally split snaps in a game where they were trailing, and you would expect Sanders to have a hold, right, Tony? In that type of game where it was just back and forth like that, and he didn't. Also, just pulled up DraftKings Sportsbook. What do you think? What do you think Tommy Tremble first touchdown is?
30-1.
45-1 on DraftKings Sportsbook right now. That's a healthy number. Your boy Coker, what do you think Coker is?
25-1.
25-1. Right on the head, man. Right on the head. You got to bet it.
I will bet it. I like his yards more than his touchdowns, but I will definitely bet that.
I just bet it.
I'm betting everything Coker. If Coker goes off, I'm going to win a lot of money tonight.
I feel good. Do you have a favorite first touchdown bet? If you say CMC, I'm gonna puke.
It's not gonna be CMC, but he probably will score first.
Oh man. See, I got to get used to these new names, Tony. Our boy with the backpack.
Is that it? That's him with the.
That's him. I got to
I
get
don't
used
see
to these
the.
new names.
The funny thing is, it's going to come one day because I think Amber's got it somewhere. It's not in my office anymore. I told her to send it.
So I told you, Amber eventually will get it done. She's
I don't see it. I didn't see it go out either though. So I don't know. I need to find out where it's at.
No, honestly, I don't think Tremble's like a terrible. If you want like a long shot, I don't think he's literally splitting. So who is it? I want to.
I mean, how could you bet McCaffrey at 2.75 to 1?
You can't.
And he's probably going to get it, but whatever.
Well, that's why you should only bet like one, probably, because he probably is. But
yeah, for a long shot, I like Tommy Tremble at 45 to 1, and then for just like a normal bet, I guess Ted. I'll stick with my receivers. Ted at 12 to 1. Those are the two that I like.
Ted at 12 to 1. Okay, I can get on board with that. I guess not a terrible spot.
I like this bet. Me and J-Mon, I think we like each other now. I
like
B-Rob
anytime. B-Rob anytime.
It's 3.3 to 1. I mean, I like that.
Interesting. Let's see. I bet Coker because we're betting all Coker touchdowns here.
If he goes off tonight, it's going to be a great night because I'm going to pound these ladders.
Ladder time. All right, Tony, let's do anti-play. If we got no other stuff, we got another show coming up in about an hour and a half. We'll be doing premium up to lock NBA. So if you're playing NBA, make sure you sign up, rumpyoursports.com. Check us out. And we'll be on. Me and Tony will be back on talking some hoops winners. Don't forget, also click the like button on this video if you enjoy these videos, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please hit that subscribe button. You get notified every time we go live for these here shows. And also, we will have a Thanksgiving Morning Wood edition, right, Tony? We're going to do it on Wednesday. Is that correct?
I love when you act like you're not the boss. You make the freaking schedule. Tell me when I'm on.
Wait, what?
Who makes the schedule?
I make the schedule.
Okay, you're the boss.
No, that's not true. I make the schedule, as in I adjust the schedule. I don't make the schedule though. 80
to 1 Tremble on the other site. I can get on board for that.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, if
you're get on. That's something I might be interested in, like on Entourage. Is that something you might be interested in?
Yeah,
that's something I might be interested in.
Because Big T, after we get off, he's gonna be like, so what time you thinking? I got
anytime but 11 to 1. That window, I'm always in.
See what I'm saying? I got lunch at 11 to 1.
A 2-hour window the whole day. I'm in.
No one has a longer lunch window than Tony. And I've been to lunch with this dude. It literally is like a 40-minute lunch, 30-minute lunch.
No one with 3 kids and a wife is home more than me. I'm always home. That's my 2 hours to get away.
That's my 2-hour window.
That's my favorite stretch of the day.
You know what's funny is my wife thinks it's weird that I'll just go out to get lunch sometimes.
Why?
I'm like, it's peaceful. And she's like,
I love it.
What do you mean? And I'm like,
I love going to movies by myself too.
There's no good movies anymore.
I haven't done it in a long time. I'll be honest with you. But I would if I wanted to see one, I would.
My wife literally said to me like a week ago, she's like, let's go see a movie next weekend. Yeah. And I'm like, you look at this shit. And she was like, okay. She's like, yeah, you wouldn't like any of these movies. I don't think I would either. But
there's bad ones out. But Running Man's actually what I want to see. I've been, because correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon, but this movie, when I was a young kid, I loved a movie called Running Man. Is this a remake? Let me know.
That's all
Brandon,
they're doing right now. So
movie.
Probably. Probably.
I've been wanting to see this. This one actually looks good.
So I looked.
I want to hear
I
if
didn't
it's
even see this in theaters because I looked and I didn't see a Running Man. Maybe I
it
missed
is the remake. I got to see this one. I'm pretty sure there's good acting. That's going to be the first movie I've seen.
Uh-oh, Running Man sucks.
Get out of here.
Oh boy. How old is this movie? Because I like old movies.
No, it's a remake. The new one's out.
No,
the
I
old
know
one's
that.
old. The old one was when I was a kid.
Yeah, how old? Like 90s?
I'll look it up right now. It had to be 90s.
80s? Like how old we talking?
I'm about to look right now. 1987.
Okay, 87.
It was a good movie though. I love it. It's like one of those ones where they like have to not get killed. Like they bring these dudes in from jail and they gotta like get away from the guys hunting them.
Oh, okay. It's one of those.
That's the basis of it.
Great year to be alive. Yeah, my brother was born in 87. Yep.
Skinamax. I probably watched it on the Skinamax.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, baby, the teaser's been hot.
Teaser's been hot. You had another teaser? I missed.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks they've all hit. Early in the year they were bad. Last couple of weeks they've all hit.
All right, fair enough.
We did get lucky this week too because a few of the teasers struggled. I mean, there was a few that could have lost, but they all did win.
How did we do on the Print Factory bets?
Who did we have? We had.
That doesn't sound good.
No, I don't. I haven't looked. I'm about to look. I know I had Seattle and Baltimore though. They couldn't have won.
Well, Seattle didn't
under.
win.
What was the Browns' final score?
They won by like 14. Remember, they didn't kick the field goal that would have went over, and they went under.
Oh yeah, I won that one. So I was 1-2. ODB had the line.
By the way, how could you be more blatant than that? Punting at the 29-yard line. What? They punted at the 29-yard line instead of kicking a field goal. Up 14.
The Browns punted from the 29 is what you're saying?
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
With how much time left?
I can't remember the exact time. It was at the end of the game. I can't remember the exact time.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. See, I'm not wrong. That was absurd. Thank you. Yeah. They punted from the 29. I mean, come on.
The funny thing is, you guys are going to, this is not because I bet it.
There was 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I don't think it's the worst decision ever because the other team, just listen, because the other team is never scoring unless they get something fluke like a block kick.
Bro, you're telling me you're not going up 3 scores with 5 minutes left.
I'm just saying they can't score. The Raiders can't score the football.
Hasn't done anything all game. You're not just taking the points.
They can't score. I'm not saying I'd punt from the 29. I'm just saying I don't think it's the worst decision of all time.
Said you punt from the 20. There was 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, but the other thing, you could punt that thing out of the stadium and they're never scoring. Like if they kick a field goal and block it to the house.
You punted that thing out of the stadium. You know where that ball would be?
How long was 4th down anyways? Maybe I'd have gone for it.
You know where that ball would be, though? It'd be like right where it was.
How long was the 4th down?
I don't know how long it was. Chat, does anyone know how long?
If it was short, I might have just gone for it. Anyways, I was 1-2. ODB Lions couldn't have covered, obviously. The Chiefs under had to win, and he went 1-2. You might have the T-box. Where's JSU? Let's see who he's got. Oh, you got 2 sides tonight, though. You got to come through tonight because Bears covered, right? What the Bears
covered. Bears covered. Hey, they covered. 2.5, they covered. Don't be checking.
Yeah, so we all got 1 win, but you got 2 games left. You got the Panthers +7 and the over 48.5. You got to hit one of the 2, and you got the T-box.
Oh, we got this, chat. We got this. Let's go.
What do you mean we? Who's we?
Everyone who bet my shit. Everyone who bet it. Whoever bet it.
Yeah, so J-Mon said 4th and 5. If it was 4th and 5, I honestly probably would have just gone for it.
God, I can't wait to get, if it's going to feel good too when I get the T-box because you gave me so much shit last. Oh, you never got the T-box. Oh, you got to get the T-box, Jay.
Yeah, that's what you're going to do. I know how you are. You're going to be like, who's got the T-box this week? Oh, me.
You guys saw him too. He was like, you guys, let me look.
You're gonna make me root on the Niners and the
wouldn't
under tonight now. Where's the Niners and the under?
Yeah, bet the Niners and the under. You'll be rooting against Jaylen Coker and all these guys scoring touchdowns. It'll be the
I'm not
funniest
betting the
thing.
Niners and under tonight.
All right, Tony, anti-play here. I'm going to pull up the
Okay.
ownership real quick. Let's do the anti-play of the day here. I got it listed. What are we looking at for the anti-play?
Definitely Juwan Jennings. I like Juwan Jennings, though. How far can I go down? I want to make the anti.
I mean, at least it's got to be over 25%.
I wanted to do your boy Ricky P so bad.
Where is Ricky P's all the way down there at 17%? You can't do Ricky P.
You let Wiley do it yesterday?
Yeah, but that was Wiley. I wanted to give him something. I felt bad. I felt bad.
My anti. I mean, I can't. All those guys at the top. Should I give? I can't give Kittle. He's my boy. I should give Kittle though. Juwan Jennings has got to be my my guy.
All right, Reg, what do you think? Should we go Matt Gay or should we go?
You can't put a freaking kicker after you just gave me that speed.
He's 30% almost, 25%.
You can't give a kicker as your anti.
Oh, man. All right.
Yeah, Rico. Rico. I actually want to change mine to Rico.
All right, then I'm taking Jennings.
Yeah, do it. That's because Rico for more than anything is just because I don't think I can really play him that much with the script I like.
Yeah, because you have all those other guys ranked ahead of him, so you're just
like
never
by
getting
a decent amount too. Like I really want Tat and I really want Bryce Young and McCaffrey, so I don't see how I can play Rico on my main teams.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What happened with Justin Tucker? Like I don't think I actually know. Like what happened with him?
I don't know. He had some incident. I have no idea what it was.
What was the incident? He was suspended for 10 games for an incident. What did he do?
Wasn't it like a Deshaun Watson type thing?
He was getting rubbing tugs?
Yeah, it was like a
10
Deshaun
games
Watson.
for rubbing tugs?
It was a Deshaun Watson type thing, but there was some bad stuff I think that came out.
10 games for getting a freaking rubbing tug?
Massage parlors, yeah.
How can these guys not just get tail on their own?
How do they not get
women?
women?
45. Wow. These guys get after it. 45 trips to the rubbing tug?
These guys get after it. I'm with you, though. How can they not just get normal tail? What do they need a massage?
How hard is it to just get a lady when you play in the NFL?
It can't be that hard.
Like, I'm pretty sure plenty of ladies would give you a little tug willingly.
They're giving like influencers tugs. They're giving pro athletes fucking whatever they want. Like, come on, Justin Tucker. That's sad. That's terrible. Speaking of box.
Some of those Deshaun Watson stories, it can't be as bad as that. Some of those.
No, I think it's as bad or close to it. So
we're getting the craft. Is that what they call it now? The craft?
The craft. That's even more amazing. That dude's like 90. How old is Robert?
Yeah, but he's old. I can see it a little more for an old dude. Like, it's not as easy for him to get the things done.
I mean, you seen Bill Belichick? That dude has no shame.
Did you see that whole story? How his his daughter-in-law or whoever it was going
like
off on his girlfriend?
Yeah, they're like beefing with the girlfriend. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that sucks. What are you gonna do? Poor Bill. Poor Bill. He just wants some ass. That's all he wants. He just wants some ass. He doesn't want to deal with that. All right. Play of the day, Tony. You gave your ante, Rico Dowdle. Mine's Juwan Jennings.
You know it's Coker. I mean, I don't even care if we both give him because we both love him. I mean, it's been Coker all day. The Coker ladders, everything. I'll aboard the Coker train tonight.
Yep. Cokehead season with Jaylen Coker. Love it. Let's get it. I'm too like Bryce Young. I'm definitely gonna be over on Bryce Young too. I'll just throw him in there with Jaylen Coker. I'm gonna play both those guys. So whether it's in the captain or not, but I'm gonna have a good amount of Bryce Young. So
I just don't see how I'm not playing. That's my problem with Rico. I literally don't see how on all my teams I don't have Bryce, Tat, Coker, McCaffrey. Like I want those guys in my teams. And even if you go, what does that leave you with? Just out of curiosity.
What?
You go Coker. Let me see. Coker captain, McCaffrey, Tet, and Bryce Young. You're still at 6,500. What if you flip and go McCaffrey? 6,500 if you go cheap. And even if you go McCaffrey captain, you're at 4,400 for your last two. I literally might play those four on all my teams, just rotate two other pieces in there.
I like it. Like I said, you play those four, and then it's just two spots that you got to figure out, and it cuts out like so much of the rest. I'm with you. We're definitely on the same page there. All right, Tony, that's going to do it here. We'll be back in about an hour and 20 for the Hoops Talk. Like I said, become a member. Check us out, rumpuresports.com. We're going to get our content up over there. So for Big T, I'm JSU. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for the Thanksgiving edition of the Morning Wood Show.
Probably away 3 hundies too, $300 tickets.
Shout out to John. We're going to be giving out $300 single entry tickets, so don't miss that show. I bet it'll be at like 3 on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's my bet.
I like that.
It'll be
I might
around.
need to do a college show with Rubio, but he's whining. He's whining about having to do Thanksgiving dinner. You know, Rubio, he's rich now. He's whining on me about all the stuff he's got to do.
Does he know that you have 3 kids and a wife?
I know.
Does he know that? I mean, come on, Rubio, stop the whining here. Like,
he's rich and famous now. He's got too many things to do now that he's rich and famous.
It's tough when you get rich. I mean, it's tough. I mean, you know what it's like. You know, when you get rich, it's a tough.
Sean, don't be stealing my best friend. He's already my best friend, Jay Munchichi. Big T doesn't even know he has 3 kids. Yeah.
Oh, he knows. Trust me. He knows. All right, we got to get out of here. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. For Big T, I'm JSU. Good luck in your DraftKings Showdown DFS tonight, and you're betting on DK Sportsbook. We'll see you guys Wednesday. We're out of here. Peace.